Hello everyone. So while I was finishing up on some projects and preparing for two of my premieres, I've started playing this game on the side called Darkest Dungeon. It's from 2016. I owned it for years now and finally got to it. And it's dark, it's gritty, it's fun. It's a roguelike turn-based RPG. And I rescored and re-sound designed a battle gameplay I captured. I'm gonna run the full thing now, picture with both music and sound design, and right after that, if you're interested, I'm gonna take you behind the curtains, showing you the music up close. Enjoy. And before we dive in, check out my Patreon linked in the description below for the MIDI files and the WAV files of this project, and also a list of the VSTs used. So to make the music more game-like, I didn't score the picture, but decided to make these building blocks. And you can see we have an intro, a couple of A sections which are growing in intensity, then a couple different bridges, a C section for when things are not going so well, and a victory fanfare. Instrumentation-wise, I did something unusual for me. I didn't pull up my orchestral template, but rather build it from scratch, and it all started from the Straught violin. Moving up, we have a great piano with an occasional flange on it. Low brass ensemble. Four French horns and 3 trombones. Three trumpets. My favorite is contrabassoon and contrabass clarinet. A wooden flute played in all kind of manners. Coming back down, we have live recorded layered violin. Using the free Tokyo scoring strings for violin 1, 2, and cello. Helix string ensemble sustains articulation just to support the low end. And spiccatos working together with the straw violin as well. Next we have string ensemble doing half-step trills, great for building tension. Next we have 2 instances of my Beyond Bow cello, which is available for free, by the way, on the piano book. Heavily featured Nagoya harp as a drone instrument. A pizzicato swarm from Waltz orchestral effects from Carlo Company. And also their electric bass. We also have a, I believe, South Asian instrument called Kim. And my favorite heavily detuned electric guitar from Shreddage. And from that same guitar, I created 2 risers. Another one out of my personal instruments called Code Bell. The Kim again played as a percussion instrument. Suspended cymbals of all sorts. Live recorded tambourine. Pulley sticks. Two instances of my djembe library, one of them detuned lower. Some metallic percussion from Raw Power. War Drums Ensemble. A mammoth gull, which is, I believe, a Super Bowl wrapped on the skin of a drum. You can hear it's been stretched, so it has some kind of artifacts in it, but it works fine in the context. The Jacob Collier Choir. We have some cool chanting made from Nordic voices. Processed Gaelic voices from Spitfire Labs. And last but not least, a distorted synth bass. So here are the individual blocks again. As you can see, they are separated by instrument groups and also by the chunks. Each of these chunks can be looped or it can transition to another chunk. Some of them have like a little transitional elements at the end that would only be played if it's transitioning to the next portion. So if we take a look at the A sections, starting with the A0, which is an intro, and all the A sections take inspiration from the material of this section. Here are all the grooving, rhythmical, driving instruments in this section. and you can hear that the whole section loops seamlessly. The A1 section is not that different from the intro. We have some new instruments coming in, low brass, piano, electric guitar, we have some more percussions, and we have this little melody on the flute. A2 section is again a little bit more active, more bold, a little bit louder, and we have a melody in a cello, which is not too prominent, but it's there. I'm gonna play you just the strings without the straw violins. The A3 section is basically a full battle already, but we still have a little bit of space to go. The main thing here is the choir. And finally, A4 is biggest, the loudest, featuring a melody on strings and brass. Very similar is A5 with a slightly different melody, in addition to the trumpet and the Gaelic choir. There is also a bridge created from the material of the A section. I want to point out the combo of the bass synth, the electric bass, the djembe, and the answering low piano. The B section is a bridge as well, mostly percussions happening here, so I'm just going to play the percussion section for you. Now the C section is the dramatic one, also a lot of percussions, but we also have some stuff happening in the strings and brass and the electric guitar and the electric bass. So I'm just going to play the stuff without the percussion now. And the D section is another bridge in 5/8 meter, just for fun. It's mostly focused on this low chanting choir. And the victory section is just a super simple fanfare, just a power chord. I added some tubular bells, which are not featured previously. And so to make the final thing sound more like an actual gameplay, I did some simple sound design for it, for some of the main actions happening. But since my main focus was on the music, I kind of rushed the sound design, so I'm not really that secure about playing just the sound design by itself. But I'll play you just the music by itself. Before that, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, like the video if you did enjoy, and see you soon.